In the previous video, previous videos, we talked a lot about local storage and session storage, and those are just two built-in functions. But sometimes you want to use functions that are not built in. For example, let's say you were working with this fetch function, and you said you wanted to fetch a piece of advice. In order to do that, you had to fetch it, and then you had to turn it into JSON, and then you had to log it. Or written using async await, you had to fetch it, turn it into JSON, and then log it. And maybe that felt like a lot of steps to you. Also, if you wanted to do a post request, then you had to add in extra data here. And I actually didn't show you this, but you could say method is post. And it was kind of a pain to set that up, which is why I didn't show it to you. Because in this video, we're going to talk about a library that makes all of that easier. So this library is, drumroll please, Axios. So Axios makes it so that you can write, you can say axios.get to do a get request. You can do axios.post to do a post request. And instead of having to take the response and turn it into JSON data, it automatically does that for you. So if you want to know how to use this magic thing, well, you first have to bring it in. So it's just code that someone else wrote. And in order to get the code someone else wrote onto your computer, you have to tell it where that code is. So just like you can have a script tag that points to your own external script file, like if I made a script.js over here, you can have a script tag that points to someone else's external JS file. So this is saying go out to the content delivery network and find the Axios library. Once you've done that, you can now use the Axios keyword. So you can say axios.get, and then we can put in https://api.advice/slip.com/advice, and then axios.get returns a promise. So we can say then, and inside of that promise, it returns an object with a data attribute. But let's just take the result and log it. So if we save this, and I'm actually going to comment out that, and comment out this fetch. So the only thing running is our axios.get. And if we come over here, we can see that it returns data. And if we open up data, data actually contains our data. We don't then have to convert it into JavaScript and wait for that to happen using this asynchronous.json function. So what we could do is, rather than just receiving this response object, we could destructure it into data. So we're saying take the object, destructure it, just grab the data attribute, and then let's log out the data. So now if we do that, we can log out our slip directly. So writing this in async await will actually show you how many less lines it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to write it below. So I'll say let data equal axios.get https://api.advice/slip.com/advice, and I need to await that. And once I'm done, I can console.log the data. And so I've dropped off this entire line just by switching over to Axios. And I'll show you in the next videos how you can use Axios for the other parts of CRUD.